Welcome back to Sonic Colors. Last time I finished up Planet Wisp, and this time, since I'm moving clockwise, let's go to Aquarium Park, which, by the way, also has fantastic music. Sadly, the area map theme is just fine. It's still very tranquil, and it's very nice, and I do enjoy listening to it on occasion. It's still not as good as the actual act theme music. Act theme music? Yeah, that makes sense. For a second, I was like, wait, what? Anyway, if you haven't noticed, this is very Japanesey, I think. I don't want to be racist or anything, because I'm not sure what culture this is from, but it's definitely Asian. Anyway, sorry. Let's hop right into the level and just listen to this music. The music in this area is absolutely godlike. I love the music in Planet Wisp, I love the music in pretty much every single area in this game, but this music just tops it all. It's so good, and it just fits this area so well. Anyway, a new gimmick right here. That's a box. If you boost into the box, or if you press the B button while near the box, you will actually kind of push that box a little bit faster than usual. You can just stand there and push it very slowly, but that's no fun. I like to go fast. It's a Sonic game. You actually don't even have to have any boost to push the box. Just stand up next to it and there you go. Press the B button, you're all good. Something that's great about this area, and something that's great about this Sonic game in general, is the fact that you can swim in water, which makes water a lot more fun. And, I don't know, that's just, in my personal opinion, it makes this area so much better. It doesn't make it, ew, a yucky water level. Obviously, running around in water, it still isn't as fun as running around on the ground, but there's enough ground gameplay to the point where it doesn't feel like this area is ruined by the water whatsoever. It actually feels like the water makes this area even better, and it's not just kind of there. It kind of sucks like the classic games, but that's just my opinion. A lot of people probably love those water levels. If you have a masochistic fetish, if you hate yourself, then yes, those levels are very fun. But for me, yeah, not so much. I kind of like my games to be fun. Areas like this are really fun where you just speed up and you gotta do all those fun boosts and everything. I just died right there like an idiot, and I was doing this level so well. I was blazing through like a speedy boy, and yet I had to lose right there, just kill myself. That's great. This area, honestly, this level, this game as a whole isn't very difficult, but on occasion I do die in very dumb spots. So I was obviously boosting across the water before, but now I'm actually going to show you some of the neat water physics. If you keep spamming A, you will infinitely double jump. But if that's not your speed, if jumping all over the place isn't what you find fun, then you can grab a Drill Wisp, and just like in the ground, you can move all over the place and make swimming. I don't know if it's really swimming. I'm going to count it as swimming. It makes swimming a lot more fun, because jumping is fine, and it makes a lot of the platforming in the water extremely easy. But oh my goodness, using Drill Wisp in the water is so much fun. Also, if you run out of Wisp power, you don't have to be afraid of dying in the water or anything. Fun fact, I just grabbed enough red rings to unlock a new area in Gameland. That's what happens when you grab a lot of red rings. So if that ever interested you, if you ever wondered what it looked like whenever you unlocked a new area in Gameland, that's what it looks like. You're going to go in, and then you're going to be able to play even more stages. Me? I don't know. I'm not going to go there anytime soon. I'm saving that all for, multiplayer gameplay, which will come eventually. Hopefully a lot sooner than I think. I just got to plan things out. Got to work things out pretty well. I don't know. So in this area you can use Cube, but for me personally I really don't like to. It just wow, I said that weird. It complicates things a bit too much, and I just don't like to do it. This right here, I actually do think this is a pretty fun... That could have been bad. I actually do think this is a pretty fun use of the actual like moving platforms, because before you had to stop and wait and it felt very slow, but here if you are good enough, it is very possible to actually go very fast in that section. As you saw, I completely ignored Cube and I went Speedy Gonzales fast right there. That was super close. Oh my god. I can't believe I missed that. That was a little bit above the ground, so I didn't boost into it. Something you'll notice is that on the results screen, I actually do have water physics, so that can make grabbing the 1-up slightly harder, because instead of ground pounding through this stuff really fast or boosting through this stuff really fast, you actually do kind of float, which can be kind of annoying, but that's just my opinion. I like the octopus that's just on the world map, and there's the egg pond sitting there. I just think the aesthetic of this world is so good, and that could be because my favorite color is blue. And honestly, I do like cooler shades of colors. So like, for example, my YouTube channel is primarily purple. That's because I love the color purple. I love blue more, but I think purple looks a lot better in this case. So if you were wondering, well, how are you going to be forced into an underwater section if you actually can swim? And the answer to that is what you just saw there. There were kind of little bit, I don't know what to call them. There were fans. Fans is the right word. There were fans, and they were pushing me down, so they essentially act as they would... Okay, well that kind of sucked, but that's fine. They essentially act as they would on the ground, except they kind of force you into areas that you don't want to go into instead of aiding you to go to different areas, so that's that. Some of the platforming here can be kind of boring, though I'm not going to say all of it. It's a very, very small amount of platforming here that can be somewhat annoying and not that fun. You know, that's the underwater platforming, to be completely honest. But everything else, above water stuff, it's really fun. Something I love about using Rocket here is, as you saw, if you shake, you go really freaking high. I don't know how I was supposed to... Oh, wait. I can move when I'm using Rocket. I forgot to mention that. It is very possible to move while using Rocket. Do I do it? No, because it's never really necessary unless... Well, that was fun. It's never really necessary, but, I just don't find a real reason to use it, other than in places like that, so... Yeah, that's fun. Those guys are just gonna stay up there, I guess. Right there, as you can see, there's still one wisp we haven't unlocked, despite the fact that we have used pretty much all the wisps. It's just this one last remaining wisp. Trust me, you're not really missing anything. The wisp that I'm missing currently is one of the few wisps I will say, yeah, it's not that fun. I don't think it's used well whatsoever, but that's just me. I know a lot of people actually do enjoy the wisp that I'm gonna unlock, the purple one. Alright, that was a bit close. I actually thought I wasn't gonna be able to move very soon, just like that. So I was freaking out a bit there, like, am I gonna get that one up? It's okay, though, I got it. Something you might not have noticed, because I keep talking over everything, the Act 1 theme is actually different from the Act 2, Act 3 theme. They actually do remix the themes slightly. It's not that noticeable, though in certain levels it definitely is noticeable, but it's just a nice change of pace. I think it's really cool how they do that, and I never talked about it, but I actually am a very big fan of that. Kind of callbacks to Chun Nan right here. This is kind of a mini-boss we have yet to seen? We have yet to see, not seen. That is not proper English. Right here, a lot of people think, oh, I can just ignore these boxes and jump up. No, it is actually too high even for Sonic's double jump, so you gotta kind of work to get your height there. You can't just... Oof, you can't just jump. I missed something right there. Oh my goodness, my commentary. I don't mean to stutter, but it happens all the time, and I'm trying to fix it, but it just... I can't help it. I probably didn't have to squat there. I could have jumped on that, but I think this is faster, so I don't know. Something you might notice is that if I run out of boost, the best way to really deal with enemies, if they're just in a line and you're meant to have boost there, is to just slide, because you do carry some momentum while doing that, and you can just slide through everyone and it doesn't get you hurt. I don't know. That's just my opinion. Right here, this does really nothing for you. It just gets you 20 rings. So I don't know why I did that. That was kind of a waste of time, but that's fine. I think the boxes could be used a lot better. But I don't know. They just put them in sections like that where they're not all that fun to use. And I don't like that. Right here, you could go underwater and do all that, but I can just keep jumping and really just ignore a bunch of platforming. That's what I like to do, at least. Hello? Thank you. Something that's kind of annoying is the fact that when you use laser here, you actually just barely miss all the other laser capsules, and I think that's kind of annoying. I think it'd be great if you used laser there, you just kind of shot over this entire area, because really, this entire area is just kind of like this one Okay, I thought that was a laser. I was trying to use laser for a second. This entire area is really just one big... I don't know, it's one big area of water is what I'm trying to say, and then there's like this tiny bit of air at the very top, and I just think it would have been nice if you could just kind of boost through that section, though I guess Sega wouldn't like to have that. Beating the levels faster? No, that's very bad. I don't know, I think for those who have skill, it'd be kind of a nice thing that you just add in there. I did not mean to do that. Okay, I did not even touch that platform, but it began to move. That's fine. I might have, and I just didn't notice it, but for me, it didn't look like I touched it. Right here, I'm gonna save laser real quick. Though, if you do have a nicely timed laser use, then you actually can, you can kind of boost through that section, go really fast through it. Something you just saw was I homing attacked onto this little water thing, and that shoots you up in the air, which is a really nice touch in my opinion. I don't know. I think that it's just something, it's like, I don't know. I don't know what I'm trying to say. It's essentially just the boost, or sorry, the springs is what I was trying to say. But I forget how to avoid this guy. I think you have to slide. I always remembered having a bit of problem with this guy. I think you gotta boost, right? No, I don't think it's boost. I think it's sliding. You gotta, I can't even slide here, so it's not that. I'm sorry for being an idiot right now. I actually remember going back to this game and being like, what do I do here? And, yeah. I think you have to go all the way to the side. Go, okay, go all the, no. So he's about to do it. I boost, and then I get away from him. Yeah, okay, so that's the whole jam right that's going on right here. I gotta boost. I gotta avoid him by boosting. Which is fine, but honestly, what if you run out of boost? It's just, it feels weird, because it doesn't feel like they force you to use the boost in this game. But, because you so rarely use the boost. I'm gonna be perfectly honest, in this game, using the boost is a rarity. Even though it's a Boost Sonic game. And, I don't know, it just feels weird to be forced to use the boost to avoid an enemy attack. Though I guess it's fine. I mean, they do give you plenty of boost. That's why I always have problems there. I just don't think, again, I don't think I have to use the boost, but whatever. You gotta use the boost there. Hopefully that showed you that. Again, I don't go back to this game very often. Even though I do remember a lot of it, I don't go back to this game very often. Especially Aquarium Park, because I just don't like the underwater sections. They're fine, like the double jump swimming makes it more bearable. I'm not gonna lie. But it's still not fun to go underwater all that much, because it slows down your pace. Luckily, the boost kinda aids in making it less of a pain. In my opinion, at least. And this gimmick is back, something that I really enjoyed, and I still enjoy in this section. It's just kinda more memorable in Starlight Carnival, since it's, you know, introduced there. This is a bomb box. I don't think I ever talked about it. It's literally just a bomb. You step on it, and it begins to blow up. And, fun fact, they will blow up in a chain, so be very, very careful about that. Something that Sonic Colors likes to do is force you to platform on bomb blocks, because, you know, they're gonna blow up, so it's kind of a timed platforming challenge. I think it's fine. I don't know. It can be kind of annoying, specifically in areas like that, where, I could have jumped back there and gotten that red ring, but again, this isn't a 100% run, so it doesn't really matter all that much. I just barely missed that. That actually makes me very sad, because I should have gotten that. Whenever the spring platform is going down, it actually kind of scares me a little bit, because I always assume, oh shoot, I'm gonna die, but apparently not. There we go, perfect. Honestly, I don't find this level terrible. I know a lot of people say, like, oh, it's like a Mario Maker level, you know? They just put a bunch of random assets. And I can agree. I can definitely agree. This does feel like a bunch of random assets put together. But if I'm being perfectly honest, this is a lot of fun. I actually really do enjoy this. So, you know, even if it's Mario Maker assets, that's perfectly fine. It's a fun game. So the level design's good. I enjoy it. Even if visually it's very uninteresting. That does not matter to me, because the level design is fun, in my opinion, so, yeah, whatever. This section right here, you have to be a little bit careful. There are these kind of bullets that are shooting at you, and you do have to move back and forth to avoid them. At first, they're only in the middle, but then you have to bounce from different bouncing platform to different bouncing platform, and you have to avoid the shots, and it can get a little bit tricky, but it's not terrible. Well, at least the 1-up was there somewhere. At least I uncovered it. I didn't get it, but I did uncover it. Alright, the last act before the boss. And a forced underwater section. Great! So if you've ever played Sonic, you will know that Sonic is not like Mario. He can't just breathe underwater. This game is not completely different. I know you can swim, but it's not completely different from the classics, in the sense that you're gonna drown. In fact, it's not completely different from any Sonic game in the sense that you will drown if you stay underwater for too long. So what you gotta do is, to stay underwater and live, you have to get water bubbles. If you've never played a Sonic game, I just want to explain that. I know if you've played a Sonic game, you're like, shut up, this is obvious. But to those who have not played a Sonic game, they might be like, wait, I'm not allowed to live underwater forever? And yes, that's the case. Right there, that was the drowning theme. That's how you know if you're drowning. These fish are actually a new gimmick. They are essentially a shield. A shield like the original Sonic games. I feel like such an old guy saying, original Sonic games. It's classic Sonic games. It's essentially a shield. That's what I'm trying to say. If you get hit, then you lose your fish. And if you go out of the water, then you lose your fish. That right there can be kind of awkward. Luckily, there's a lot of fish around, so you really won't be losing a lot of rings in this level. So don't worry too much. It's actually pretty easy. I say as I get hit. I don't know, that area feels kind of weird where you get to slide under the boxes, underwater. It just doesn't feel right. But whatever, that's just me. I've learned over the course of time that that's just me as my go-to statement when I have nothing to talk about. And, well, that habit still prevails, I guess. Something that Sonic Colors actually does do to counter the double jump swim is that a lot of times you are forced into areas that are very, very enclosed. And I think that's fine. Underwater, I think that's fine. By the way, this is actually a pretty cool area. I wish that when you were underwater, it actually had that that visual style that it had in that one area where I jumped in to get that 1-up. I don't know. That's just my opinion, though. Again, I say that all the time. I didn't jump there. Oh my goodness. So, something that actually does kind of make me sad is the fact that this area right here, why is this only used once? Out of all the areas that you can take from major acts, right? You didn't take this area, the coolest looking area in the entire, in all of Aquarium Park. The waterfalls, I think it just looks so good, and maybe that's because I'm a sucker for waterfalls and the color blue, but oh my god, it looks so fantastic. And you only use it once, yet you decide to use these really unmemorable, crappy areas multiple times. And I guess that's to make it so people don't realize you're using really unmemorable, crappy areas multiple times. But I don't know. I think it would have been so much cooler if you used that waterfall area a lot more, or did something more with waterfalls. Fun fact, you'll probably notice that this area has like a whole bunch of bottomless pits, and I die a lot to bottomless pits, because it's a modern Sonic game, or sorry, it's a Boost Sonic game, I should say. Pits come at you really dang fast. This area here, I already talked about the whole Sonic Heroes beating an enemy gauntlet type of thing. This is that. It's really not all that fun. You homing attack around, hope you don't homing attack onto this middle area, and you just boost through the rest of the level. I don't know. I don't think it's that interesting. I actually really like this level. I never return to it because I always associate the bad, unmemorable level design with the later levels, but honestly, Act 6 right here is so fun. Aquarium Park is just a lot of fun. I think that the water physics are I don't enjoy the water physics. By the way, the fish are actually timed. They will leave you after a certain amount of time, so be careful about that. But anyway, those are stolen right out of Mario, let's be perfectly honest. But anyway, I just think the level design there is so fun, and throughout this entire area is really fun, unless you go underwater, which is why I kind of avoid going back to these levels, because a lot of it's underwater. But that's just me. And with that, we finally opened up the way to the boss. Just like in Planet Wisp, the boss is going to be reused, but slightly different. And fun fact, just because this is, what is this, the fifth zone, fifth area, I think is what they're called. This is the fifth area, so we're going to be reusing another, I don't know, I don't know what I'm trying to say. I'll talk about it later.
Those fish put me in the mood for sushi. I doubt Eggman had the decency to put a good sushi joint in this park.
Remember, ladies and gentlemen, try the newest dining experience here at Eggman's incredible interstellar amusement park, the bucket of sushi. Now with fish.
Ugh, like I was saying. Hey, did somebody here order a clobbering? Are you sure? It says somebody ordered an extra large clobbering topped with everything. Okay. Tell you what, I can't take this thing back, so I'll give you an extra large clobbering for nothing. Hope you're hungry.
Okay, so you might have noticed that the act card was missing there. That is because for a full, like, 10 minutes, I had no idea what to do here. And now, I do know what to do. I actually do know what to do, so this will take about 2 seconds. This boss will take 2 seconds. Though I'd like to discuss my distaste for this boss, because here's what this does. Here's what this boss does. It takes a pre-existing boss, which in and of itself, whatever. You know, I can get over that. But this boss takes a pre-existing boss, and it adds water physics, which I personally already don't like, and it takes a pre-existing boss, which I already don't like to begin with, and it just makes it long, and not long, I won't say long, but more of a pain to deal with. And just why? Why is that even a thing? You know, I mean, this boss, and it may be the fact that I had no idea what to do talking, but gosh, I do not like this boss. Fun fact, the reason I kept missing him there is because I was not holding the B button. If you hold the B button while using drill, you can go a lot faster. That makes catching him a lot easier. I just kind of forgot that was even a thing, so ugh. For a while, and you might be wondering, how did this take you 10 minutes to figure out? For a while, I thought I had to break all these little bubbles that were giving me a bunch of crap, but no. All you have to do is get one of these to come over here and break this. I thought it would be a lot more painful than that, but apparently not. Apparently I just don't know how this boss works at all, or didn't. I know how it works now, but I will never forget how this boss works now. But ugh. I don't know. I don't think this boss is designed horribly, but it's just not designed to the point where I would like it. It's not designed to be something I enjoy. I'm sure there's someone out there who's like, sweet, sweet mountain boss with water physics? Heck yeah. Me? No, not at all. Look at that. That took 2 minutes. I'm sorry you missed the boss act card, if that's something you cared about, but yeah, no. I'd rather condense the experience and not make it take 30 minutes to figure out how a boss works. Fun fact, if you didn't know, this is a boss I never go back to. That's why I have no idea how it works, or why things happened as they happened. But enough of that. Oh yeah, I completely messed up. I forgot. I completely messed up what I was saying before the cutscene happened. They just reused the Sweet Sweet Mountain boss. That's what I was trying to say. I was trying to put a cool, neat twist on it, and it just came out as a jumble of words that should not have come out.
Great job, Sonic.
You know me. I aim to please.
Well, I'm totally pleased, and a little nauseous. I grabbed a bite at the bucket of sushi.
What's the verdict?
His cruelty knows no bounds.
So, that's that. With an uneventful ending, Tails eating sushi. So nothing actually came out of this other than breaking the bond that was holding it to Tropical Resort. But with that, Aquarium Park is done. I'm sorry if the audio cut out there for a little bit. I moved my head, which is something I shouldn't do while recording. I should talk into the mic. But that's that. Aquarium Park's done. And with that, we only have one more world before we can move on to the final level world-ish type thing in this game. And that's pretty exciting. This Let's Play, honest to God, shouldn't have taken this long. I should have done Tropical Resort all in one, Sweet Tooth Mountain all in one, and then Starlight Carnival all in one. But I was experimenting. I wasn't sure exactly how it would work out. But that's that. That's enough. I'm done with a majority of this game. I'm very excited. Anyway, without further ado, let's end off this episode. Again, next time, I'll be moving on to Asteroid Coaster. A world I'm not too fond of. But, again, that's for next episode. I say again and again and again. All the time. But I'm done. Goodbye.